Welcome back to our channel, horror enthusiasts and brave souls. Make sure you have your lights on and your nerves steeled, for today we're diving into a chilling tale that's been keeping countless awake at night. Have you heard of the name Jeff the Killer before? If not, prepare yourself for a journey into a world where the line between reality and nightmare blurs. This is a story that has terrified many, and today we're peeling back the layers of fear to understand the origins and impact of this bone-chilling legend. If you're a fan of all things horrifying and you haven't already, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel and ring the bell for notifications. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so don't hesitate to leave a comment below. Are you ready? Let's delve into the darkness. In the realm of horror, few figures are as chilling as Jeff the Killer. Our world is a tapestry woven with stories, narratives that capture our hopes, dreams, fears and anxieties. Among these tales, horror folklore holds a unique place. It dances on the edge of our nightmares, bringing to life the shadows that lurk in the deepest recesses of our minds. These stories, often birthed from whispers and rumors, grow into urban legends, capturing the collective fear of societies and sometimes entire generations. In this vast pantheon of horror, there exists a figure whose name sends shivers down the spine of those who dare speak it. A creature born not of ancient lore, but from the digital realm, an entity known as Jeff the Killer. This character, this embodiment of fear, has carved a niche for himself in the gruesome gallery of horror legends. His haunting appearance, with a face ghostly white and a smile chillingly wide, is an image that clings to the edges of your consciousness, refusing to fade. But perhaps the most terrifying thing about Jeff isn't his appearance. It's his catchphrase, a three-word sentence that's as simple as it is horrifying. Go to sleep. These words, often the last thing his victims ever hear, encapsulate the dread that Jeff the Killer represents, the primal fear of the dark, of what may lurk within it, and the vulnerability that sleep brings. In essence, Jeff the Killer is the personification of the fear of the unknown, the fear of the unseen. And yet, despite his notoriety, the origins of this creature remain shrouded in mystery. How did such a terrifying figure come to exist? What are the roots of this digital phantom that haunts our screens and our dreams? But how did this face of terror come to be? Let's delve into the darkness. Every monster has an origin, and Jeff the Killer is no exception. Our tale begins with Jeff, an ordinary boy with an extraordinary fate. He was no different from any other child his age, filled with a zest for life and a heart full of dreams. But as we know, life has a cruel way of twisting our paths, leading us down roads we never intended to tread. On a day that started just like any other, Jeff's life was forever altered. An incident involving a bottle of acid turned a day of joy into a nightmare that would eventually consume Jeff entirely. The acid, a corrosive and destructive substance, was not just an agent of physical transformation, but a catalyst for a deeper, more profound change. The acid seared his skin, leaving him scarred and disfigured. The pain was unbearable, yet it was nothing compared to the torment that was to come. As his physical form changed, so too did his mental state. The boy who once laughed and played was replaced by a creature filled with anger and hatred, his innocence lost in the flames. Jeff's transformation didn't happen overnight. It was a slow and agonizing process, a descent into a darkness from which there was no return. With each passing day, Jeff became less and less human. His laughter turned into cries of anger, his dreams replaced by nightmares, and his love for life replaced by a thirst for revenge. As his mind deteriorated, so did his sense of morality. The line between right and wrong blurred until it was no longer visible. Jeff was no longer the boy who played in the park, who dreamed of a bright future. He was a monster driven by a rage that consumed him entirely. The acid had not only disfigured Jeff's body, but it had also destroyed his soul. It had turned a cheerful and loving boy into a cold-blooded killer. The boy was gone, and in his place stood a monster who would become known as Jeff the Killer. In the aftermath of the tragedy, Jeff was no longer the boy he once was. A monster had been born. From a tragic victim, Jeff spiraled into the depths of madness. This was not a gradual decline, but a swift and merciless fall. He was no longer the innocent boy he once was, but a creature consumed by his own reflection, a mirror image distorted by the flames of his own making. His disfigured face became the object of his obsession. The once familiar features twisted by the fire were now a grotesque mask, a constant reminder of his pain and suffering. He would spend hours, even days, staring at his reflection, tracing the distorted lines of his face with a fascination that bordered on fanaticism. His mind, consumed by this fixation, began to detach from reality. As the days passed, the line between man and monster blurred further. The world around him faded into obscurity as he sank deeper into his own mind, a dark abyss filled with twisted thoughts and distorted perceptions. His humanity was slowly eroding, replaced by a growing madness that knew no bounds. Then came the chilling event that marked the point of no return. In a horrifying act of self-mutilation, Jeff took a knife to his own face, carving a grotesque smile that stretched from ear to ear. The pain, rather than deter him, seemed to fuel his madness. The blood that flowed was not a symbol of injury, but a testament to his transformation. His final act of insanity was perhaps the most shocking of all. In a perverse attempt to forever gaze upon his own madness, Jeff burnt off his eyelids. His eyes, now forever open, were a chilling testament to his insanity, a window into the soul of a monster. The final vestiges of the boy named Jeff had vanished, replaced by the monstrous entity known as Jeff the Killer. This was no longer a descent into madness. It was a plummet into the abyss, a fall from which there was no return. Jeff was gone, and in his place stood a monster, a testament to the darkest corners of the human mind. Unleashed upon the world, Jeff the Killer began his reign of terror. He was no longer the boy he once was. Embracing his monstrous transformation, Jeff reveled in his newfound identity. His actions were not merely those of a disturbed mind, they were meticulously planned, a testament to his deep-seated malice. He was an artist of fear, painting his macabre masterpiece with a blade and a sadistic smile. His infamous catchphrase, "Go to sleep," became a chilling lullaby that echoed through the stillness of the night. A cruel irony, as it promised anything but peaceful slumber. It was a warning, a harbinger of the nightmarish fate that awaited his victims. No one was safe from his wrath. He targeted his victims indiscriminately, sowing seeds of dread in every heart. The fear he instilled was not confined to the physical realm, it seeped into the minds of those who heard his tale. The mere mention of his name was enough to send icy shivers down the spine. The panic he spread was palpable, a heavy shroud that hung over communities, casting long, ominous shadows. Everywhere he went, he left in his wake a trail of destruction and despair. Homes were no longer sanctuaries, they were potential hunting grounds for this relentless predator. The sound of a creaking door, the whisper of the wind, the rustle of leaves, everything was a potential sign of his presence. Yet, despite the terror he spread, there was a perverse fascination with his legend. With every life he claimed, his infamy grew. Tales of his horrific deeds spread like wildfire, fueling the fear but also the intrigue. He was the embodiment of the dark fascination humans have with the macabre, a fascination that is as chilling as it is compelling. His reign of terror was not just a series of gruesome acts, it was a testament to the depths of human depravity, a chilling reminder of the monsters that lurk among us. With every life he claimed, Jeff the Killer's legend grew, etching his name in the annals of horror folklore. Though a fictional character, Jeff the Killer's impact is undeniably real. From the darkest corners of the internet, this character sprung forth, a creation of our collective nightmares, and has since etched himself into the annals of horror folklore. His eerie visage, the haunting phrase, "go to sleep," and his chilling backstory have resonated with millions, captivating and terrifying readers across the globe. Jeff the Killer's tale is a testament to the power of storytelling, particularly within the horror genre. His story, like all enduring tales of terror, taps into our deepest fears and insecurities, providing a bone-chilling exploration of madness, violence, and the monstrous potential that lies within us all. Over the years, this internet-born horror has seeped into various mediums, demonstrating his enduring appeal and the cultural impact of his tale. His story has inspired countless adaptations and spin-offs, from graphic novels to short films and even video games. Each interpretation adds another layer to Jeff's legacy, further entrenching his place in the pantheon of horror icons. But perhaps more significant than his adaptations is the way Jeff the Killer has sparked a sense of community among horror enthusiasts. Online forums, fan art and discussions about his tale have brought people together, united by their shared fascination with the macabre. It's a strange camaraderie, one forged in the shared thrill of being scared, the shared experience of confronting our darkest fears through the safety of a fictional lens. In the end, Jeff the Killer serves as a chilling reminder of the power of horror and the darkness that can lurk beneath the human psyche. Remember, when you turn off the lights tonight, Jeff the Killer could be lurking, waiting to whisper, "Go to sleep." We hope you enjoyed this chilling journey into the tale of Jeff the Killer. Your courage and curiosity have brought you through the darkest corners of this horrifying tale. We appreciate your time and your bravery, and we hope this exploration of horror has both intrigued and challenged you. We thank you for your willingness to delve into the depths of fear with us. If you enjoyed this descent into darkness, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with fellow enthusiasts of the macabre. If you're eager for more, we invite you to check out other videos in our horror playlist. We promise the terror doesn't end here. Until next time, keep your lights on and your nerves steeled. Goodbye, brave souls. And remember, in the world of horror, there's always another shadow waiting to be explored.